Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And boy, felt warmer today. Today, the beginning of a pretty good warming trend, and might even call it a mini heat wave to start our spring. Today wasn't exactly hot. Normal temperature 60 degrees, but we got into the low 60s today. And look at that beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera at Wenatchee Heights and our Sky-Fi Tower camera. A few high wispy clouds out there today, but really not much to worry about as far as showers go. A little bit breezy in places today, and that will continue into our Tuesday as well. Most of the wind, though, will be in the Columbia Basin and the Waterville Plateau in our viewing area. Also, if you're traveling east, plenty of wind tomorrow in the Palouse and Spokane area, where we could see gusts between 20 and 25 miles an hour. But by all means, don't let it change your outdoor plans. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous as we make our way through this work week. We'll tell you more about that coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A Quincy resident reported waking up to the sound of gunshots early Sunday morning, then found a bullet hole in their house. A car chase near Carlton yesterday kept Okanogan Law Enforcement busy. 20 firefighters were able to contain a brush fire to about an acre on Shady Pass Saturday morning. And a vehicle pulling a trailer with another car on it caught fire in McNeil Canyon Road Saturday night. But first, we begin tonight. Grant County recorded its second COVID-19 related death on Friday, a Moses Lake man in his 60s who died at Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee. Over the weekend, Grant County reported it had reached 88 confirmed cases in the county. Quincy continues to have the most with 38, followed by Moses Lake and the Mattawa area with 15 each. In Chelan County, Wenatchee has the most confirmed cases with 12 of the county's 31. Leavenworth has 3 and Chelan has 2. Kashmir and Peshastin each continue to have 1 each. Meanwhile, in Douglas County, East Wenatchee has 6 of the county's 9 cases. Okanogan County now has 6 confirmed cases of coronavirus. Well, a Quincy resident reported waking up to the sounds of gunshots early Sunday morning, then found a bullet hole in their house. The Quincy Police Department said the occupants of the house in the 1100 block of 1st Avenue Southeast were asleep at the time, about 12:55 a.m., and don't believe they were the intended targets of that shooter. Police found several 9mm casings at the intersection of 1st Avenue Southeast and M Street Southeast. Officers were interviewing people in the neighborhood and looking for surveillance camera footage of that area. Anyone with information is asked to contact the department. Well, it was a slow-speed chase through parts of Okanogan County on Sunday when a sheriff's deputy tried to stop a vehicle in Omak, but then had to follow it all the way to the town of Methow. The driver, identified to police as Aaron Dick of Okanogan, at first sped away, but then slowed down while fleeing on Highway 97 over Loop Loop Pass and then south through the Methow Valley, where he ran over a spike strip near Twisp. But Sheriff Tony Hawley says the driver continued for about 6 miles with all 4 tires flat before stopping on the shoulder. The 31-year-old suspect faces charges of eluding police, drug possession, reckless driving, endangerment, and driving on a suspended license. Well, 20 firefighters were able to contain a brush fire to about an acre on Shady Pass Saturday morning. Chelan Fire and Rescue said the fire, which was reported just before noon, was being pushed by erratic winds and was somewhat difficult for firefighters to access. The fire department said it was caused by a small controlled burn that spotted due to the wind. Shady Pass is off the south shore of Lake Chelan above 25 Mile Creek State Park. Well, a vehicle pulling a trailer with another car on it caught fire in McNeil Canyon Road Saturday night. The occupants of the destroyed vehicle were not injured. Douglas County Fire District 5 in Mansfield reported that firefighters were able to contain the fire to the mid-sized passenger vehicle with no damage done to the trailer or the other car. The fire broke out about 8:30 p.m. near mile marker 7, and crews from both Mansfield and Orondo responded. Well, coming up next, renewed drive-through testing for the coronavirus in the Wenatchee Valley found 7 new positive cases after it restarted last week. The nonprofit group Our Valley, Our Future is reaching out to Wenatchee's Spanish-speaking residents with a series of COVID-19 public service announcements. After hearing stories of crowded parking lots at the shops and stores that the Wenatchee Valley remains open, East Wenatchee Mayor Gerald Lee Crawford posted a video message on Saturday. And Washington Governor Jay Inslee is sending more than 400 ventilators for treating victims of the COVID-19 virus to other states. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
You probably won't launch hurricane-force projectiles at your truck bed.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it! Watch me! I got it! Hey! I'm super bad.
But it's nice to know you can. Introducing Carbon Pro. If it can handle a hurricane, it can handle you. Only on the GMC Sierra.
And I'm super bad.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back. In another news, renewed drive-through testing for the coronavirus in the Wenatchee Valley found 7 new positive cases after it restarted last week. Confluence Health reopened its drive-through facility on Emerson Street last Thursday. That's 2 weeks after it closed due to lack of testing materials. CEO Peter Rutherford says 6 people tested there on Thursday showed positive for COVID-19, as did 1 person on Friday. More positive results could emerge from testing carried out over the weekend. The drive-through expands Confluence's testing capacity to people other than seniors and high-risk patients. If you live in Confluence's service area and believe you may be infected, give them a call at 663-8711. Well, the nonprofit group Our Valley, Our Future is reaching out to Wenatchee's Spanish-speaking residents with a series of COVID-19 public service announcements. Elected leaders and others in the community address the urgent need to stay healthy by staying home. Here's a sampling of those messages.
En esta ocasión estoy colaborando con la organización Nuestro Valle, Nuestro Futuro, en ayudar a difundir un mensaje de suma importancia sobre el coronavirus a nuestra comunidad hispanoparlante de los condados de Chelan y Douglas.
Es muy importante. Por favor, no salgas para nada. Esto no es un juego. Esto no es el tiempo de vacaciones. Este es un tiempo de estar adentro con tu familia para apoyarnos y que termine esto ya.
Si es urgente salir a la farmacia o al mercado, mantenga la distancia social de 6 pies. Es muy importante que siga todas las indicaciones.
Durante este tiempo de riesgo a contraer el virus COVID-19, tenemos que actuar con calma y paciencia, pero también con responsabilidad al resto de nuestra comunidad.
Somos una familia. Wenatchee somos unidos. Somos una gran familia y queremos que esta familia de Wenatchee sea saludable.
Ánimo comunidad, juntos saldremos adelante. Por favor, haga su parte.
Vamos a salir de estas. Les envío un fuerte abrazo.
After hearing stories of crowded parking lots at the shops and stores in the Wenatchee Valley that remain open, East Wenatchee Mayor Gerald Lee Crawford posted a video message Saturday emphasizing the importance of social distancing if you absolutely need to be out.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. I'm Mayor Crawford of East Wenatchee. posting a scary video today because I don't have makeup on and my hair hasn't been done. I'm in my comfortable lounge pants sitting at home trying to avoid social interactions. I've heard from many today that in the community people are out shopping and the parking lots at the different facilities are full. Now, while I understand that people have groceries and prescriptions that they need to pick up, I want to encourage you, if you are going to a shopping facility and you see that the parking lot is full, if you can come back at another time, that might be a great thing to do. However, if you can't, if you have those essential items that you need to go get, please practice the social distancing where you're staying at least 6 feet away from each other. It's really important that we all do this together, where we practice the social distancing, because our healthcare facilities can be overwhelmed. And we really need them to be available to treat those that are most in need. And that is why the governor has ordered the Stay at Home, Stay Healthy initiative. So stay at home, stay with your family, enjoy this lovely weekend, maybe call a loved one or a friend and catch up, and try to avoid social situations. Thank you so much.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee is sending more than 400 ventilators for treating victims of the COVID-19 virus to other states. Inslee said the state received the ventilators from the Strategic National Stockpile, and they now will be going to New York and other states hit hardest by the virus. For several weeks, Washington led the nation in both confirmed cases and deaths. Since then, other states have surpassed Washington in both, sometimes dramatically, both those numbers. Retired Vice Admiral and physician Raquel Bono, director of the state's COVID-19 Health System Response Management Team, said Inslee's Stay Home, Stay Healthy order has helped head off the widespread hospitalization rates that had been feared. Inslee said the state continues to prepare for increased coronavirus hospitalizations, and the state has purchased more than 750 ventilators that should arrive over the next few weeks when they may be needed most. And also this afternoon, in breaking news, Governor Inslee at a press conference extended the closure of all Washington public and private schools for the remainder of this school year. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu, because we work to get you to work.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710. Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Well, sometimes it's hard to find the light in the middle of the dark. Imagine you're a newlywed who finds out you have cancer. In tonight's feature story, with the help of friends, a Wenatchee woman had a light shine brightly for her last Friday. NCWLIFE's Eric Granstrom tells us more.
Wenatchee natives Marissa Collins and Will Person got married at Omi Gardens on a serene July afternoon 2019. In August, Mr. and Mrs. Person celebrated their union heartily, surrounded by family and friends. In September, Marissa made the emotional decision to leave her job of 8 years and start, in her words, an incredible new job. Their life as husband and wife was taking shape, and Will and Marissa started talking of a family. Also in September of 2019, 31-year-old Marissa Person was diagnosed with breast cancer. Instead of planning for a honeymoon, the couple began planning for an October bilateral mastectomy. Instead of planning for little persons, they prepared for Marissa's first chemotherapy infusion in December. In anticipation of the challenges ahead, Marissa was forced to cut her work hours to part-time and irregular. The days immediately following Christmas found her in the hospital as she and her doctors struggled to adjust to her body's reaction to the cocktail of drugs newly induced into her system. And every 3 weeks for months, she would be back for more. But Marissa's consistent, upbeat, positive, and beaming personality held strong through all of it. On April 3rd, Marissa completed her final chemotherapy infusion alone. With radiation and reconstruction still ahead, but so much already conquered, Marissa was deserving of a milestone celebration. However, the coronavirus pandemic taking hold across the world was the cause for new rules at the local clinic, preventing anyone from accompanying her to her final treatment. And her compromised immune system, combined with the state's recently extended stay-at-home orders, meant there would only be Will waiting for her at home with a hug. COVID-19 may have changed the celebration, but nothing could stop it. Marissa's friends and family got creative. They sent her to the clinic on April 3rd with a thumb drive and strict instructions for watching a surprise video of congratulatory messages and bell ringing. The nurses charged with her care lined the halls holding handmade signs of support as she walked out of her final session. Then friends and family congregated on her street in anticipation of her return home. Car horns blared, decorated signs of encouragement were displayed, pink flowers were waved, and more bells were rung. As Will drove Marissa into her driveway, an impromptu finale, everyone got into their cars and drove past Marissa, cheering while she jumped for joy on the sidewalk and waved back at her parade. Finally, some cheerful news in what has been a struggle for Marissa Person and for the rest of us adjusting to a new normal. For NCWLIFE Channel News, I'm Eric Grandstrom.
Great story. Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. What a day today. Before we get to those details, let's look outside our weather window. And it was a beautiful day today with temperatures above where they should be for early April. A lot of blue sky out there too. Just a few high, thin clouds for this afternoon. Really not bad at all for most of North Central Washington. The only downside, if there was one today, it was just a little bit breezy at times. We're talking winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour. But as we look at our temperature today, as I mentioned, a little bit above normal. In fact, we ticked up to 63 right before the newscast. So a beautiful day today. 60 is where we should be. 37 was our overnight low, and that's just a few degrees below where we should be. Normal is 39. Record high, beautiful 79 degrees. That was set back in 1977. Record low in 2011, where it was 30 degrees. Sunrise this morning, 6:28, and the sunset tonight will be at 7:38. Taking a peek at our Tuesday weather, folks, this will be our trend as we make our way through the week. Just a little bit warmer each day until we crest at about Thursday afternoon into Friday. 68 tomorrow, Moses Lake, 67 in Ephrata, mid-60s for Quincy. Wenatchee will be a lot like today, maybe a little bit warmer. 63 tomorrow, 62 in Eniat, 61 for Chelan, and a beautiful 64 degrees for your high temperature in Omak tomorrow. Taking a look at our surface loop, and I'll tell you, there's not much to show you. A little bit of wind, as I mentioned. Most of the stronger winds you see in pink and red will be to our northeast. A little bit of that, though, up around the Waterville Plateau and into the northern part of Washington, into the Canadian border. But Tuesday, we will see decreasing clouds. We'll see a little bit of cloudiness tonight, but still some wind tomorrow out of the west, 10 to 15 miles an hour. You can see that little area of red and pink right there. Most of that will be where we usually see it, down in Yakima and also into the Ellensburg area. And then a warming trend for real beginning on Wednesday. Mostly sunny skies. Look at all those clear skies, and we will all just see beautiful temperatures all over the western United States with highs anywhere from 60 to 70 on Wednesday. We're all going to be in the 70s on Thursday with mostly sunny skies, unseasonably warm, especially right here in the Tri-Cities. Might even see upper 70s for places like Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick. It's going to be a beautiful one. Friday could be another 70-degree day as well. Mostly sunny skies. It's all from this area of high pressure that's dragging all of that warm air up and then bringing it right back into Washington State. And that'll be our trend right as we get into the upcoming weekend. Partly cloudy. We will see a slow cool down as we get into this weekend, but don't let it change any of your weekend plans. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous both Saturday and Sunday. Look at all of those clear skies. Most of the windy conditions and the raininess will be to our south, but we are seeing temperatures change. This year 40s and 50s right here through Montana and the Rocky Mountain states, while we will stay mainly in the lower to mid 60s. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. Mostly sunny for tonight and tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies and 64 degrees. It's going to be mild overnight tonight at 40. Mostly sunny and 67 for our midweek Wednesday. I think we might even move these up a little bit as we talk again tomorrow. 70 for Thursday. I'm thinking 70 as well as we get into Friday with lows. Look at that in the mid 40s. And then for Saturday as we get into the upcoming weekend, mostly sunny both Saturday and Sunday, but a little bit of a cool down. 65 Saturday and 63 on Sunday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you, staying home and staying healthy. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, the NFL is out with its all-decade team for the 2010s, and 5 Seahawks are on that list. Coach Pete Carroll, linebacker Bobby Wagner, running back Marshawn Lynch, cornerback Richard Sherman, and safety Earl Thomas were all named to the 2010s all-decade team announced today by the NFL and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's savor some of the highlights from back in the day thanks to Seahawks.com.
Pass is intercepted by Bobby Wagner. Only the quarterback to defend. Bobby Wagner with a touchdown.
Seahawks lead by 6. 40 seconds to play in the game. Shotgun for Kaepernick. Fires near side, going for the end zone. Ball is picked up and after it. Is it picked up? Is it picked off? It is. It's picked off in the end zone. Holy smoke! The defense does it again.
Well, I'm the best corner in the game. When you find me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get.
Coming in on Fitzpatrick. Good protection for Fitzpatrick. And the pass intercepted by Earl Thomas. Thomas picks it off. Inside the 30, inside the 20. Thomas has one man to beat, and what a run for the touchdown.
Goes in motion right to left. Turn and hand to Lynch left side. Finds a little bit of a hole. Keeps his legs moving. He's across the 40. Midfield. 45. He's on the run. Lynch. 40. Pushes the man. 35. Look at him go. He's down to 20. 15. He could go. He is going to go. Touchdown Seahawks. Oh my word.
Probably the most memorable playoff touchdown run in history.
There's a lot of cool things that happened. I can't remember them all, but I ain't never seen a run that I love more than Marshawn Lynch's run.
This wasn't just the top defense. I think it was one of the best defenses of all time.
Palmer's going to go down. The ball's out again. And going into the end zone to give Seattle the lead for the touchdown is Bobby Wagner.
That's why we're so confident, bro. Nobody in the world can beat us, bro.
The Seahawks are Super Bowl champions, 43-8 in an absolute pounding of the Denver Broncos.
Well, just a couple of days after an NFL executive said the season would go on as scheduled in September, a league doctor says, hold on a second. Dr. Alan Sills is the NFL's leader in response to the COVID-19 outbreak. He told NFL.com that as long as a single positive test means a quarantine for everyone around them, he said, quote, I don't think you can begin to think about reopening a team sport, end quote. Earlier last week, NFL Vice President Jeff Pash told the NFL Network that they were planning a full season starting on schedule with games beginning the weekend after Labor Day. Dr. Sill says the NFL will have to continue evaluating the situation while planning with the hope of having a full season on schedule. He said ultimate decisions will have to be based on recommendations from public health officials. Well, Nick Rolovich is doing what he can to become acclimated to being the new head coach at Washington State University. Rolovich was hired in January after the sudden departure of Mike Leach. The 41-year-old comes to the Palouse after coaching in Hawaii for 4 seasons, including a 10-5 campaign last year. Rolovich has a reputation for his zany personality. While at Hawaii, he brought a tarot card reader, a Britney Spears impersonator, and an Elvis Presley impersonator to the media day for the Mountain West Conference. According to those close to the Cougar program at Washington State, Rolovich has already fit right in. Shortly after being hired, he showed up in Seattle and bought drinks for any Cougar fan who showed up to a local pub. More recently, Rolovich has gone around Pullman buying gift cards from local restaurants and handing them out. His biggest challenge lying ahead is to install his run-and-shoot offense. The pandemic has thwarted plans to begin the installation during spring practice. Rolovich says you won't hear him complaining or use it as an excuse, however. He said, quote, I don't think this is a time where those in football should really open their mouth too much as far as poor me, he said. There's zero part of me doing football in this situation. We wouldn't have their full attention, end quote. Well, when Philip Klein Herrero had a ski vacation canceled because of the coronavirus pandemic, he recreated the winter sport experience in the confinement of his Barcelona flat. The result is a 55-second video called Free Ride at Home, shot with a camera attached to the ceiling, which has been viewed hundreds of thousands of times on YouTube and other platforms, and now here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Let's go. Whoa. Yeehaw.
Well, here's what we have coming up for you this week on the NCWLIFE channel sports schedule. Starting tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Wenatchee and West Valley and Big 9 baseball from Recreation Park. Thursday night is hockey night with the Wenatchee Wild taking on the Alberni Valley Bulldogs at 7. Then on Friday, it's boys soccer as Wenatchee hosts Moses Lake at Lee-Boffill Field at the Apple Bowl at 7 o'clock. Of course, much more coming up this weekend. With sports news, I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Join us tomorrow, Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. We will be live. We will be local. We'll have your latest news. We'll have a good-looking weather forecast. Grant, you're my new hero. Thanks for this lovely weather. Because Grant actually controls the weather. Few people know that. Plus, we'll have sports, the obscure holiday today in history. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion, and some celebrity birthdays. Start your day going live and local, 7 a.m. tomorrow morning right here. I'll wake up in Wenatchee Valley, and I'll try and get a haircut. I'm not going to cut it myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. Grant, back to you.
Thanks, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Excuse me, you can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe and have a great night.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.